Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are. Thanks for joining us on the Sydney City Space Slugs channel. Today we've got another XTC match. We've got the Spain-Hungary round with Antonio, the Spanish player, and Totem from Hungary in their matchup this morning. So the players are just getting ready to start, and we'll break down the list in just a moment. But joining me this morning is another Sydney City Space Slugs. Cam, good morning.
Good morning, Suresh. It is 6 a.m. currently for us here. Just for the context for everyone. So if I'm slurring my words, or if Suresh is slurring his words, or we fall asleep, it is not because we're drunk, it is because it's 6 a.m.
No promises on that format for me.
Okay. I didn't breath test you before we started, so... and you are known. You are known for it. So yeah, we have a really exciting match. So I checked with the guys before we started. The round is decided to Hungary. However, Hungary is not in the strongest place in terms of the overall tournament, and so this match does really count for the final round next week, because it just eases the pressure a little bit off Hungary to not have to absolutely win next round. They've still got 2 games going. It's 1-4 Hungary's way. So this match is really key for Hungary, because if they can win this, if they can get a nice big clean sweep across the board against Spain, it will really set them up for next round.
Yeah, so still something to play for, and that's always good. Means that you can't just kick your heels back and relax, because that tiebreaker there, the games you've won, does actually mean something. So we've still got something on the line here. Really looking forward to this CIS versus Empire matchup. Bit of a, not quite a, I guess it's a new take on a classic. I'm going to call that, Cam, for the Empire player here. I'm just going to break down these lists. So we've got 3 ship lists, two by. Grand Inquisitor just by himself there, no extra cards. We've got Whisper, our good friend, the TIE Phantom, with a pretty classic matchup, pretty classic, not a matchup, pretty classic loadout here. Duke, Passive Sensors, Fifth Brother, and Stealth Device. And finally being backed up by Captain Feroff in the TIE Reaper with Emperor Palpatine. So think back to those old Hatchet Man style lists, with 2 ships and a shuttle flying Palpatine there. Sort of looks similar, might do a few similar things, but this one's really more of a dogfighter rather than the brawl that you'd want to get into with Hatchet Man. So I'm keen to see how this one's flown. What do we got there on the Separatist side, Cam?
Sorry, guys. That silence was me talking and being on mute. So I'll start again. On the right-hand side, Totem, Team Hungary, we have Bombardment Drone with Trajectory Simulator, Thermal Detonators, Seismic Charges, Landing Struts, General Grievous with Treacherous, Impervium Plating, Solus 1, Zam Wessel, with Treacherous, Count Dooku, Thermal Detonators, Contraband Cybernetics, and Hull Upgrade. And what I was saying while I was on mute was, in the current meta, not bringing 2 fire sprays on the Separatist faction is a bit of a conscious choice in the XTC. Why do you think, Suresh, that he's not brought the double fire spray squad today?
I've seen a couple of these lists, Cam, and what I think is that it actually just gives you a little bit more in the way of dogfighting options, and you also have the ability or the option to have one of your ships just act as a little bit of bait or distraction. The obvious one here, of course, is the bombardment drone. It kind of feels like the weak link, but I've seen a couple of other lists with, say, instead of that bombardment drone, like a Petronaki Arena Ace or something like that, and Nantex. Again, better dogfighting ability, bit of a distraction, and then you can actually leave, say, Zam or Grievous, or if they pick on Grievous, Zam and your third ship there, in this case the bombardment drone, to actually just do some real work. So I think it's just a different style of list, and actually I like the concepts. I know that the double fire spray lists have had a lot of success, but they're still quite tough to play. And if you get them wrong, you can get them wrong pretty badly and pretty quickly. So I actually don't mind the fact that you've got something different. You've still got the powerhouse in Zam Wessel with all those toys, so you're not completely missing out. You're just saying, hey, I don't need a second fire spray at I6. I've got a couple other things, and I've got more options. Is what this is giving you.
Yeah, I think in terms of matchup, or in terms of disruption, I think the bombardment drone is probably Totem's strongest early game piece. He really wants to try. I mean, I don't think he's going to get it, but if he can get a seismic charge or a thermal detonator and just clip Whisper and get rid of that stealth device early, that's going to be big. I think that's probably something he's going to be licking his lips for and aiming for, but I don't know if he's going to be able to succeed. Whisper's just too slippery, and Antonio, I'm sure, a very good player, is probably not going to let Whisper sit in an area where she's going to be in any danger of that, but that does give Totem the ability to try and box her out just by the threat of a bomb. It doesn't even need to throw one, just a threat of a bomb will put Antonio sort of pulling the brake on Whisper coming in. I know I like what the way Totem has set up here and the way that his ship's coming in. He needs to get the bombardment drone is basically the ship that is most susceptible to flanking in the squad on Totem's side. And so the way he's set up here, Zam is blocking the right-hand side flank and Grievous blocking the left-hand side flank. And I think moving in through the rocks obviously is also in Totem's benefit here. So I like his positioning. I can imagine Antonio just wanting to keep Ferof as slow as possible, keep him out of the fight, and then try and get the Grand Inquisitor and Whisper to sort of scream around on those flanks. So it's going to be interesting because I think, the match will pretty much come down to, can Antonio get a good flank on to take out that bombardment drone early? And can Totem use his two stronger ships to box out the others, to box out both flanks, sorry.
Yeah, I've just been... Yes, I totally agree. And you're right. The way he's put that bombardment drone in the middle, he's got some options here going forwards rather, to sort of use his seismics. I'm just wondering what he's planning here with Zam, and I've been staring at it for half a minute, thinking I think he's just sort of looks like he's going to play a little bit cagey, but I just don't like the way he's sort of at the moment seems to be, well, not into a corner, but just seems to be railroading Zam down one particular path and possibly letting Grand Inquisitor in on the side.
Yeah, I do worry for him, but it is good to note Totem has given Antonio the initiative here, or first player token, I should say. So I'm wondering, how fast is Zam gonna? Oh wait, landing struts. Never mind. That makes way more sense because I was worried that I totally forgot about landing struts. I was worried, agreeing with you, that the bombardment drone was sort of blocking up that lane for Zam to sort of come down, because I can see her coming, to the right of that rock and then turning in between those two gas clouds and heading straight north up the board. But I was worried that the bombardment drone was going to get in the way of that, but I totally forgot landing struts. So I really I like that. It's good positioning.
Yeah, the struts are going to work out quite nicely here, I think. Now, couple of comments in the chat there, and thanks for joining us. Hungary needs to win out and Spain lose the next round, and the US to lose every game going forwards to advance to the final. So it sounds like it might be a hard task there.
Oh,
So
I think it's possible. I believe in you guys. And also, good to note, US is up against Australia next round, and we are going to be doing everything. I'm going to be doing everything I can to make sure that GSP doesn't get to do all of them. I want at least two. I want at least two of those matches. And Australia will be playing spoiler, and they will dominate. I say that with utter confidence. They will dominate against the US. So have faith, Hungary.
it's a nice move. Gives them some options here, although you would tend to stray towards nailing on your hard turn to the right.
Yeah, but that does become a concern because that's easily blocked by the Inquisitor. I'm actually a bit surprised. I thought the Inquisitor was going to try and come around that gas cloud that's just to the right of Zam West. I thought he was going to try and really come around for a flank. But I guess Zam does have thermal detonators herself. So, but yeah, looks like Inquisitor's going to get to take some uncontested shots here into either Zam or even the bombardment drone. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went into the bombardment drone. A shieldless Zam still does just as much damage. Yeah. He's just got to get rid of that bombardment drone. It creates too much area denial. And it puts him in a pretty rough position. And obviously, Totem has decided to go all in on Whisper, so this is going to be his chance to try and get some real damage in there. Spend a focus from the Grand Inquisitor. Ooh, bombardment drone taking the crit. Nothing you can do about that. So that is hit crit immediately going into the bombardment drone. Ooh. Hit crit, and our crit is stunned pilot. Oh no. Oh no. That is a really bad crit to be getting right now. So that is if you go over an obstacle crit, you take a damage. Ooh, just out from Whisper into the bombardment drone. Spends tokens to take nothing on Grievous, but that does mean Grievous's ability is off this round, which is a bit of a shame. I think Totem was really banking on that, being able to get in on Whisper, but obviously with the positioning right now. Dooku's a crit most likely, but Whisper not hitting means that he does not want to spend this. He does not want to spend this evade here on defense. And doesn't have to.
It's fine.
Oh, bombardment drone doesn't even get a return shot. Okay, so that was a very good round there for Totem. He's pretty much got this bombardment drone limping already. And the bombardment drone has stunned pilot now, so he's taking an automatic damage when he goes over this rock here. He's going to want to get off the rock because he will take it every single time he stays on the rock. His landing struts now have basically done him a great disservice. So what do you do now? If you are Totem, how do you try and recover from that? Pretty devastating. It's only 2 damage, but it was a pretty devastating 2 damage.
Yeah, that really just puts it on a timer, like a 3-round timer. You could use it like that and essentially use Trajectory Simulator, a couple of bombs a turn, because I really like the idea of 5 forwarding a couple of thermals right now, except for the fact that you've got this problem with being stunned. So the problem is that it's not really that much use in a dogfight unless you want it to try and block something, which is going to be pretty tough, especially if you're going to try and block a TIE Phantom. So honestly, if you're on top of your game, you accept the fact that you're going to lose your drone in 3 rounds at the maximum, and pick a target and bomb it. So Inquisitor or Whisper, say thanks very much. I know I'm going away, but I'm taking it with me. And then you back Sam and Revis to do the rest of the work for you.
Where do you put Zam, though, to get the benefit out of her? Because he's going over that rock, I think, if he doesn't turn.
I think a 4 forward might work.
So, yeah. So, you're either turning or you're going really, really fast into the fray. The problem is Whisper, although not having the first player, although having first player, Whisper is still very slippery. And where do you think Whisper will go? I mean, decloak to the... Oh, struts ignore stunned pilot as you don't execute a maneuver when you stop on the rock. Thank you, Lionheart. Thank you. That's big then. Okay, I didn't realize that. I was going to look it up, but it's... I don't want to lose sight of the stream. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's really good. That is really good. So that is actually a big benefit then for Totem. He just needs to stay on the rock.
Yeah, skip your execute maneuver step. Alrighty. Here we go.
So we're dropping a seismic. Okay, yeah,
That's
right.
good. That's really good.
I was looking at the decloak right one hard.
Yeah, I thought
Whisper. So
oh, no, it goes left.
he does get to see the bomb go down and then react, which is why it's going to be so difficult to ping this Whisper to begin with. I mean, I think Inquisitor's coming in, so if you're Totem, is there a way you can capitalize on that? I don't think so.
There we go. There's the bombardment drone stopping. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched Whisper. You can't really... Oh, you could actually bank in there. Ooh, a nice, big, fast, straight 4 from Grievous.
That's a good spot for Grievous, I think.
Yep. Yes, it is. Ah, there we go. He's going all out for some kind of block.
I can see a 3-bank coming from Zam, because that will stop Inquisitors. Inquisitor can't... Oh, never mind. The Inquisitor can definitely do something about that. That's a much more aggressive move than I thought Inquisitor was going to do.
Yes, I was still sort of eyeing off... Oh, no, he's going to...
He's going to pop that drone. I think he knows Whisper's not going to be in a position to do it, and he needs to blow that drone up.
That 3-bank from Zam looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it looks very good. Yeah, it was a 1-bank. Nice, a good block there from Totem. That was a very, very solid move. And now he needs to capitalize. That's the main thing. He needs to get big damage. He needs to get that stealth device off the board, because if that sticks around for too much longer, it's not going to be good. So a rock is gone, and we have one seismic charge gone as well. Let me just update the overlay.
Yep.
So this engagement here, I like Totem's position a little bit more than I like Antonia's position. Both great positions, but I just think there is a chance here, if Whisper misses, which she might not, but if Whisper misses her shot, there's a good chance of Zam stripping the token from Whisper and stealth device, or stealth device, or stealth device.
This is a target-rich environment right now for Zam Whistle.
So I think something's just happened.
So we just disconnected.
I think so. Yeah. So Ninox is disconnected. We have paused the timer. Oh, he's gone on Discord as well. So he may have had a pure catastrophe. So we've paused timer. We are 1 second behind the guys, so that's perfect on the time-wise. So we'll just give Ninox a moment.
So while he's back. There we go.
Alright, he's back. Not very long for a downtime.
Yeah.
Timer started again. Yeah, so I do like Totem's position here. I mean, there's a solid chance this is a dead bombardment drone.
He's duking an evade.
Dooku's an evade. So definitely not a dead bombardment drone, but a half points and on 1 health. I can't imagine him surviving. Thank you for the follow, Dawid Nikowski. Oh, just a little slap.
Solid whiff.
Spends it for the crit. He wants to kill his bombardment drone. He knows he needs to get rid of it so that he can open up the space for Whisper and the Inquisitor. Can't Dooku anything. Oh, no, he's changed his mind, sorry. Changed his mind. I probably would hold on to it. Whisper is in a really rough spot. There he does. So the bombardment drone lives to drop another bomb and take a final shot. I think you shoot into Whisper here. You've got the block on there.
Yeah, just pinged Whisper. There we go.
Still got the Palp Force and has the Fifth Brother Force and the evade, but you don't really want to spend the evade.
Oh, it's a bit of a whiff.
Yeah, we need something better from that, better than that from Zam, and a fine from Whisper. So I still think that was the right option to shoot. You know, if you block Whisper, you've got to take the shot into Whisper.
Now, this is interesting in that Treacherous will proc. Oh, sorry, it won't. But if either when the ship defends, it'll proc. My bad.
True. I'm just gonna get Treacherous up. It's a card I always forget. So Treacherous, while you defend, choose a ship obstructing the attack, spend 1. If you do, cancel 1, hit or crit, and that ship gains. There we go. So hopefully he'll remember, and he does. Nope, just takes a shield. Maybe they determined it wasn't obstructed, or he just forgot. All valid options.
That's 100% obstructed by. Oh, actually. Oh, that's very close. I'm just zooming in on my own camera here, and you might have clipped the corner.
So shields down as well on Ferof. I did miss that. So that was a shot into, not sure, but it was ineffectual. Zam had the, if you don't shoot me, shoot me and I gain, shoot me and I shoot you back. If you don't shoot me, I regain 2 charges. So Zam is at full charges now. Full charges. Bombardment drone sitting on 1. Zam untouched, Grievous is down a shield, and all you've done on Antonio's side is you've plinked off the shields from Ferof. Not a great exchange. Definitely not points wise. Board position though. I can't imagine unless Captain Ferof just bugs out, which is totally fine. His job is there just to be Palp Shuttle and get in the way. Do you sort of throw Ferof forward and just do some coordinate shenanigans? Where does the Inquisitor go? He's sort of stuck going towards Zam, and he does move first, so he's maybe a 5 straight just to sort of reset.
That is an option that probably clips the right, I think, if you pull that one off. But you're right, because you don't want to get blocked into a couple of thermal detonators here.
Yeah, that definitely clips the rock.
Although that will almost certainly spell the end for the bombardment drone. I like the idea of 5 straight, or even even like a 3 bank to the right, and that'll actually just block up Zam's like little lane there for the one
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, definitely. Whisper. I think Whisper's mostly fun. I actually think you probably.
Whisper exit stage left.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking, there's not a huge amount of flanking going on here, and it's sort of just become this big scrum in the middle.
Yes.
I think the Grand Inquisitor, although on a flank, is still not in a great position. He almost copped a range 1 shot from Zam. But luckily, Zam had a better target and didn't throw any good dice. Grand Inquisitor's in a bit of a rough spot. I'm sure Totem has a plan to get him out of there. I think the 3 bank is probably the safest. Because I don't think the bombardment drone can't leave that rock because he dies. So he has to stay exactly where he is because of the stun pilot.
Let's have a look. Landing struts. You can actually rotate to the right, say, or take 2 turns and face the other way, and then drive off the rock without overlapping it, right?
Yeah, you can, but you're probably going to die anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean yes, you don't survive.
Yeah, theoretically, you definitely can get off, but I think practically, you're probably not going to leave the rock.
Yeah, I'd bet against.
And it's not a bad spot either. Like your arc is facing towards the fight. You can still fling. You can still fling thermal detonators out there. Do you throw? Do you trajectory simulate a thermal detonator? You're gonna die anyway. Do you just throw it? Throw one forward, one back.
I don't think I think one back is a bit optimistic. You're betting on the fact that Grand Inquisitor is going to self-bump.
Yeah. I underestimate my opponents at every turn.
The one forwards, again, I actually don't think I really like that much. I almost like the fact that it's a threat rather than a thing you really want to do. We'll see what happens here. The bombs are going to go down first. And the dials are set. And we'll see. 1 turn left. Yes. So I reckon Whisper can decloak left, turn left, and then actually get out on that flank. Okay. Yeah, I don't love dookuing to save your own guy. Yeah, it's a jam. Jam Zam.
Okay, so the jam good. Yep, does his little stoppy maneuver on the rock. So I don't imagine that Ferroth will have a shot this turn, which is totally fine. Ferroth is taking 1 thermal detonator, but I think that's also fine. His job is just to be in the way, so I don't imagine this is unexpected. So goes for the 3 straight clips that asteroid. Takes a damage. Yeah, I really didn't like that spot with the Inquisitor there.
Yeah, and putting Ferroth there Oh, hello.
You were right. In the one bank left.
I said one turn left, but I was expecting a
Oh.
decline to the left. I really was expecting the flank. Right now, we're in a brawl situation, and we'll see who. Oh, you like a little boost to the right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Ooh.
No, that's the other right. That's the left.
the left.
And I don't think we're. Makes Inquisitor a very attractive target though, and here comes the rain.
So that was.
That was. Nope, that's the
drone. Blew his own drone up. Fair enough.
Now, do you Dooku something here?
Don't think he had the range for it there. But I just realised Whisper is losing that stealth device.
Yeah, no, you Dooku something here.
You're Dookuing stealth. Yeah. So roll for Zam. Zam's copped it. Takes a strain. That's okay. And then... Oh, crit! God, these bombs are too cheap. The amount of work that this one bomb is about to do. So that's a crit down into... What was that? That was fuel leak. And then a damage stealth device and a shield gone on Whisper. Big turn for the bomb there. That was a really, really great drop. I think that was... The trajectory simulated forward was definitely the right call there. That just did so much work. Oh, and half points on Inquisitor. The bombs have done... The bombs and that asteroid have just done so much work for Totem. That turn, that was incredible. I definitely think that was worth the sacrifice of the bombardment drone there. Yeah, you just get half points on on Feroth there. So just gonna get in.
Yeah, and Palpatine makes these carriers, whichever it is, the Reaper or the shuttles, really attractive targets, is what I found. So
I actually think Feroth is a great carrier for it, just because he has that defensive mod. He pretty much, if you spend a token, if you spend your greens when you're shooting me, I'm getting an evade.
Yep. Although I'm a personal fan of the shuttle, but I do like the dogfighting options that the Reapers give you. Makes you a bit slippery, lets you sort of run around and try and actually flank or something like that, rather than just standing in the middle and just taking damage and dishing it out. So be interesting to see how both players want to reset from here. Feroth is facing the wrong way. Whisper is very maneuverable, but is also sort of facing the wrong way. And then the key thing here is that Zam is strained, so the dials aren't super great on those fire sprays in these situations. We'll see how much risk we'll accept here for Totem's side to either keep Zam in the fight or try and reset himself. Grievous has a nice option for some kind of turn. But even then, that'll push him out of the fight. So I think we're going to see some resetting here. Maybe a cheeky little bomb from Zam just to stop anything too aggressive sort of coming into the middle of the board.
Yeah, I can imagine Totem pushing Zam northward into that corner and just doing a one hard turn this turn. I think a one bank puts you off the board, so I probably wouldn't risk it. And yeah, drop a thermal, just a single thermal right behind you. He is down to 2 thermals left. Oop.
Yeah, one's coming. Here we go.
Yeah, you just drop it. I think... also, the order is wrong there. I actually think Whisper is meant to decloak first.
Being the first player?
Yeah. I'm sure it doesn't make a massive difference because I'm pretty sure Antonia was going to decloak that way every time. But he did just give him free information. So there's the Reaper. Flipping his fuel leak, getting out of the fight, coming back around, getting ready to re-engage. I think both players will. Points-wise, Totem has taken the lead, 55 to 42. I think he paid. Yeah, he only paid 42 points plus some bombs to get there. So that was a really good few turns there using the bombs once the scrum started. Which is what I'd suggested, that Antonia would be going for the flank, but I think Totem sort of forced the issue right into the center of the board and then got everyone in the big scrum and then just started dropping bombs. I think that was a really great play there from Totem.
Yeah, it was, and Bandy in the chat agrees with you. Bandy GE. I guess you always know that your bombardment drone is a really obvious target. I like the way he got used. I think the only thing, if you were Totem, you'd hope he might have survived another round, but that's okay, because you've really put pressure with those bombs on actually both of these. He takes the aggressive option here. So he's going to retain the strain and put himself in Grand Inquisitor's arc.
He's going to have to go for a boost. He needs to get a shot back. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, well, a double tap back.
Double tap back, exactly. Yeah, the strain's not great, obviously, but Zem is full health, and that Inquisitor is on 2 health. Thank you for the follow, Andy M X-Wing Twitch. It's a very specific username.
You, Andy Myers.
It's him on X-Wing Twitch. So here we go. Range 1 from the Inquisitor into Zem. So Inquisitor, if he doesn't spend any of his force on this turn, he can deny. He's not spending any force on 3 blank dice. Oh, he gets a crit. Where did the crit come from?
That was Zam shooting into.
Oh,
Inquisitor.
the Grand Inquisitor used his ability.
Yes.
So I'm guessing Grand Inquisitor decided not to shoot, to not explode. So that was very good call there. Very good call. I don't think it's really worth. But I mean, you have to do something into. I think Antonia now is behind on points, but also behind on board position. Just in the board state, sorry. Zam is the end game piece in this game,
Definitely.
and with Whisper moving before Zam. There's a good opportunity that end game, Zam will just outflank and outfly Whisper.
Yeah, if you keep Zam, relatively healthy, even with say 3 or 4 health, Whisper just can't accept another shot. There'll be a point where Whisper just can't accept another shot. So that's really the challenge here.
And keeping these shields on Zam is big for the end game as well, because that first brother crit potential is very, very strong. And I think if Zam ends up with shields in the end game, if he takes out Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor, sorry, then and with shields, then I think Whisper just has a real uphill battle, because the only advantage that Whisper is going to have is that force into crit.
So I really want to see Grievous get back into this game. Right now, it's been the little bombardment drone that could. And really for Totem, you just want Zam to start bullying, because Inquisitor running around on 2 health also has to think about those couple of thermals Zam's got left in the pipe. Ferroth is facing the wrong way. From Antonio's point of view, I think you really need to start maybe to sneak Whisper around the side, try and catch Grievous out, and he's choosing violence here.
I'm thinking he's going to go for a block with the Inquisitor, and try and get Whisper in for shots into Zam.
Because I kind of just like even a 2 straight would work there. Use your rear arcs and just nail the Inquisitor, because right now, and this is the thing with reasonably tanky sort of Grievous build with both Impervium Plating and Soulless One, you can actually afford to just really just brawl for a little while.
That's a great spot for Grievous. I really like this spot for Grievous.
It's fantastic. Like, what do Phantoms not want to do or joust? Like, what are you doing right now?
I don't think Whisper can fit a barrel roll. And you sort of don't want a barrel roll out. So just probably, yeah. Use those passive senses, get your target lock.
Yeah, lots of mods though for Whisper. You've got your evade, you've got a force with Fifth Brother, and you've still got Palpatine.
So Strain gets cleared. I think that was 3 forward. Strain goes away, takes a lock. Yeah, that's gonna be a range one shot. How many forces does the Inquisitor have to spend to do his ability? It's just one. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is why he is the Grand Inquisitor. Oh, he's taken the lock on Whisper.
Expect a double tap here?
No, I don't think he can't double tap.
Not even with...
Because someone has to be in your arc. Sorry, you have to be in someone's arc.
Alas.
Alas, indeed. So Whisper has to spend that evade. Oh, no.
This is where you definitely treacherous.
Wrong one. Treacherous. Wow, that is why he took the lock, because he knew that he was probably going to treacherous. Ooh, Whisper just clips that, actually. That was a lot close. Almost a miss.
Passive senses gets you, spends the lock into nothing.
Oh, no, actually, probably wouldn't spend. No, yep. He's got to get aggressive. He does have to start actually damaging some serious damage into these other two ships. If you can get Grievous off the board for relatively free.
I was just going to cop it.
I think if it means getting half points on Whisper, it might be worth it. Whisper is 89 points. Grievous is only 56. And has not quite given up half points yet on Grievous.
Here we go. So Zam going from downtown.
Oh, if only you had the focus. He does have the...
He's going to force one, and he's... Oh!
Got to spend both evades. Wow, this...
He palped
Oh,
one
palped one. Okay, cool. So that is a shield down on a Whisper. Whisper is in danger range here. This is a good shot. Range 2 in bullseye from Grievous into Whisper. Oh, and that is why you keep the focus. That's a crit going into Whisper.
Don't look now.
Ooh, that's a hit crit. That could be dead could be a dead Whisper.
I know, you got 3 hull these days.
Oh, flipped the wrong one. And it's a loose stabilizer. Oh, that is pro. Ooh, I don't know if he can capitalize, actually. I don't know if Totem can capitalize on the required straight maneuver from Whisper here.
The way to capitalize would actually be to now pick on Inquisitor. Whisper's got to leave the fight.
Yeah. Can you... The only thing that... I don't know if he can get in there. What's that? What are the maneuvers on the Reaper? Let's have a look at the Reaper doll. The 3 banks, so a 1 bank, 3 bank. What I'm thinking here is getting in range to cloak Whisper or allow her to fix that crit with a coordinate, but I don't think you quite get
bit
there.
Of a stretch.
1 bank, 3 bank. It's close. I mean, it's a medium base, so 1 bank, 3 bank. It's close. That's all I'm saying. It's close. Yeah, actually, good point, Lionheart. I wasn't thinking about that, and I was wondering why he didn't change it to a crit. But he decided against changing, using Fifth Brother to change to a crit to avoid... sorry, let me get that maneuver dial off the... to avoid the plating from... Impervium plating from Grievous. So yeah, that was a good play, Lionheart, that's true. Because that meant that Grievous could have just thrown the crit in the bin, so that was a good call.
Yes.
So there's a 1 straight, 3 straight.
Just push him into the corner.
I wonder why he didn't bring him in. I just thought, if, by absolute chance you can get in there. So 3 bank, keeping the stress on Gravis. 2 straight. Repair the, you've got to repair the crit. Yeah. So it's not in a great spot. All you've got is the 2 force for defense. Ooh, nice little 4K there.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Because really Zam can't do much. I mean, contraband cybernetics and a 3 talent.
Yeah.
Then you can boost in. No, just goes too hard. But you got a nice little 1 hard set up there, and I don't think the Inquisitor can come in and block that. So I don't love. I would have liked a blue maneuver from Grievous. I'm not sure what he was. What Totem was trying to catch there.
Yeah, I can't really pick it either. Even after seeing this, because if you were trying to block Inquisitor, well, you weren't setting up the shot with Zam anyway.
So he will get the Grievous rerolls here. I'm taking a shot back, may as well. Up, uses Palp and 1. Very good.
And that
Double
is...
of 8, but that is half points on Grievous.
Yep. Now this is actually not too bad if you can get one of your other ships back in the fight quickly enough. The thing that Antonia is going to want to do is you can remove Grievous pretty quickly, and you don't lose another ship. You probably still like your odds. You can play pretty tight defense with whoever Zam chooses to pick on, and still have 2 other ships there with the ability to do some damage. The thing you're missing out, and I know Palpatine's done a lot of work, the thing you're missing out on right now is the 3 dice gun on your TIE Reaper.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is why I'm wondering what Antonio thought Totem was going to do, because I think that 1 bank ailerons 3 bank would have put him right in the middle of the fight and given him the opportunity to coordinate this coming turn if he wasn't able to coordinate last turn. A Reaper in the corner, he's not doing much. Excuse me. He's not doing much up there.
Still a bit early, isn't it? At least for us. Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, Palp is good, but he's not, what's that, 40-ish points good?
I guess he's trying to protect Palp, but I just don't think Palp was in really that much danger. Well, I don't like that. I wouldn't be surprised to see even just a boost, maybe not a focus boost. I guess you're on 3 health, you probably want a focus boost. You've got to get out of the way for Zam's hard turn there. I think he may
Unless
have...
he wants to... Yeah, you had to do that. Although, if you're Inquisitor, on 2 health left, you're still pretty leery of chasing because you don't want to get nailed by Zam.
Alright, so you're taking some time. We've still got 30 minutes left. That's at least, 4 or 5 turns, at least. And the guys are playing pretty quick here.
Plenty of time in here. This is... Whoop. Too fast because you've got the options.
Too excited.
Actually, no, you don't have the options for a double action because that evade that Grand Inquisitor's taken is just a single. There's no link available. And this is dangerous now.
So he's got the shot into... I wonder if Totem's doing the big brain play. Oh, he's shooting. Inquisitor is shooting into Zam. Because I actually, if I'm Totem, I don't do the shoot back Zam. So I think this might...
I think he's turning off a double tap by doing this. And dealing damage.
Yeah, because
I like this.
I don't think it's...
Wait.
Is it you'd better mean business?
Business.
Oh, yep, never mind. I would have done the big brain play, which would have ended up being the small brain play. So, well done, Totem. So that was 2 shields down on Zam.
and spends the lock.
Oh, gets nothing. Zem has had some pretty ineffectual shots this game.
Yep.
All right, so probably this is the actual shot. Didn't call a Dooku.
Well, spends there and then
Evade force.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Zem has just done nothing. I don't think Zem has actually shot damage into another ship yet.
I think you're right. Has not dealt damage with those lasers. So, unfortunately, not paying off for Totem there. It was really, honestly, a pretty good play. You know, the double bluff with the condition cards saves the shot onto Grievous. It got you the double tap with Zam. You got nothing from it, unfortunately. You know, trading 2 shields, which you would have been quite happy to do. I mean, you can probably do that twice more before that starts to become a problem for you, with Antonia still having the advantage of number of ships on the table, and really I'm expecting to see these 2 other ships being Ferof and Whisper really just need to get themselves back into the fight. That said, Grievous is not in a good position. He's stressed again, and he had to get out of the way, as you mentioned there, Cam, and just, again, probably not banking on being able to shoot Inquisitor this round, even if you do clear. So maybe clearing your stress is the best option, and setting yourself up for something in future.
Yeah, I haven't really liked Grievous's position the last 2 turns. I think he's been playing the runaway game, which of course Grievous does, but you've only got 2 ships on the board, and like you said, the ship count is favouring Antonio here. You need to start killing some of these ships. You need to get both of your guns on target. And, you know, running Grievous away right now feels like good bait, but when Zam's not throwing enough hits, it sort of starts to become pretty frustrating. I think you just focus here. You need to get back in the fight with Grievous. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, he's picked it. Has Antonio.
So
that's quite good for him. If he nails Grievous, even with his aces both hurting, he's going to
just focus. Whisper repaired the crit. Yep, thank you. Yeah, Whisper is fully reset now. Was that a focus? Yeah, I would just focus. The target locks have been doing nothing for Totem. You just got to focus. Alright, so here's the range 1 from the Inquisitor. Ooh, that's both good and bad.
Yeah, it's spicy.
Thank you for the follow, Enfilms Leroy. Thank you. Oh, so he's going to hope for some ship crits here.
Oh. Yep, it's a ship crit.
Ship crit. Gone. Alright. So he hopefully lives. Well, he definitely lives. And another ship crit. So, ends up taking just 1 damage from that exchange there. That is very happy Grievous. Very happy Grievous.
Yeah. Thank you, Impervium Plating.
So, do you shoot the Palp Shot? I think... Yeah, I think so. You could potentially blow up Ferof this turn if you get natural dice.
Here we go.
Oh, that is not what you want to see, because Ferof gets an evade now. But it takes 2 damage. He's in death range. And you're shooting back into Ferof too.
Double tap comes in. Here's Whisper.
Do you just not shoot with Ferof then? Nope, you shoot with Ferof, apparently. Here's the focus.
2.
Ooh.
Blanks out.
Takes 2. That's the shields down on Zam. So that gives Whisper some chance in the end game. Here goes the double tap. Okay, you need 3 hits here. Oh, doesn't quite get it. So that's... Oh, spends the force for a crit, so at least gets a crit in. And it's...
Oh, it's damage sensor A.
Damage sensor rate. That's pretty good. That'll at least lock down...
It was on 1.
That will lock down the coordinate.
Yep, it still retains blocking options.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the follow, Naoki 5. Thank you.
I think this one's starting to slip away from Totem.
Yeah, I think so. The not being able to turn back in on the crippled Whisper really did put him at a disadvantage. I mean, he's up on points at the moment still. It's 100 to 70 Totem's way. But, I mean, although Zam does have the hull upgrade, so she's still a few points away from giving up half, and half is 50 points. That is Antonio's win condition now. No, don't lose any more points and get half on Zam, and then try and kill Grievous. But Grievous, cheeky little bugger that he is, using that Impervium plating to survive what would have been a kill shot in any other ship with any other upgrades. So, yeah, really good good opportunity there for Totem. He needs to capitalise, though, and I think the way he does that... I don't know. How do you do that? If you're... how can Grievous get away here? Because I think a 4K is pretty safe here for the Inquisitor. And then he's getting, you know, some soft mod shots into Grievous. But again, Grievous will have his ability, but no more Impervium plating.
Yep. I actually think if you... And he's played a pretty reasonable game, I think. But Antonio, if he doesn't lose another ship in the next... If he doesn't lose a ship in, say, the next round or two, he's really going to be up. I know he's down in the points, as you mentioned, but it's a nice little stop there. That's good.
Thank you, Squirrel Stream, for the follow. But I think Zam's turning away. I think Zam's turning in the other direction. So I don't know if... Ooh.
I don't love that barrel roll.
But what it does do is it means that if the Inquisitor has done the 4K, you're not getting shot. And he's done the 4K. That was a really good call. That was a really good... I actually think that was the safest move you could have done.
I would have thought that, just a cheeky little one bank and nail Grievous.
Yeah, but I think...
Easy to say in hindsight, but...
Yeah. Because I think the 4K was your best option.
Oh, that's equally as nice. Although... don't get your gun to do some work, this is a problem for Zam because you are in arc of both of those ships. So that gun really needs to do some work.
So here's a Whisper shot. So Squirrel Stream pointing out in the chat, 23 minutes and a 7 health Zam versus 2 1-hull ships. Although I agree, those 2 1-hull ships... Sorry, two of his ships are very defensive. And Zam just really hasn't been doing any work here. And is taking a crit now too. Oh, and duked. Oh, yes.
Dooku'd back.
Dooku'd it back. Oh, and Treacherous. Oh, look at that. Doesn't take anything.
Yeah, he'll pop Feroff now.
Yeah, Feroff is gone. Which, again, gives him a lead, but... I mean... The double tap is turned off currently. Because there are no charges on Zam.
No charges. Yep.
So I'm wondering, he flips now, gets a charge back, takes a lock. Yeah, so Squirrel Stream, I agree that on paper doesn't seem like much of a disadvantage, but Zam just hasn't. Oh, do you take the shot into Whisper?
You've got to kill Feroff.
Fully modded shot.
You have to.
Yeah, you've got range 1 here. Every chance in the world that you kill him. He's got no defense dice. You just need 1 hit.
Yeah.
One
picture.
paint. There you go. He's got
it. There it is. Yeah. So that worked out pretty nicely, but he had to do that. Otherwise, you get randomly nailed by Feroff.
yeah. But you have you have 2 charges to double tap next turn. But yeah, that is a dead Feroff. That was the right call.
Very good Zam play, actually.
Yeah.
Picked the block attempt, capitalized on it, and now he's...
And Treacherous comes back.
Right back. Yes, and Treacherous comes back because somebody died.
All right, and that is that's that round. Much better position now. I think Zam still has one thermal detonator left, and Treacherous is back up. So it's looking pretty good for Totem here.
Yeah.
Drop a thermal
Yep,
detonator. Maybe just like a one straight. The Whisper can't really go anywhere to do too much more.
I'd probably actually think about one bank left because
Oh yeah, she can.
looking at the decloak left
Yep.
and the forwards, get around the bomb and
Even a decloak left and one bank. Try and nail. Now Grievous. Grievous is probably. I mean, you just one bank Inquisitor here, but Palp is off the board. That's big. Palp is off the board. Mezkinus is saying, what about the crit? And I'm assuming that's... Sorry, we're 90 seconds ahead of you right now. I'm assuming you're referencing the crit that was meant to go into Zam, and it was actually Treacherous away, which gave Ferof the strain. I think.
yes.
I think that's what he's referring to, I mean. But yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. There's a decloak left.
Oh, I was actually looking at decloak right and just come in and try and blow up Grievous. Yep.
It drops it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, I probably don't know if I would have. Oh, that's a good move. If it blocks it, and it doesn't.
It does not.
That's a dead Grievous. You're in arc. You're not getting your rerolls. That's probably dead Grievous.
Ooh. Interesting. You can't. Got to roll away, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bombs are gone though. No more bombs left on the board. Ooh, I like that. That's a very good
bully
spot.
Inquisitor.
No more Palp to save you now. You really want this to do something. You don't want to have to spend any of that force. Crit is good now. There is no more Impervium plating. Ooh, that is not what you want to see.
Get a hit to save his
So
life.
just needs to get an evade here. Gets it.
And he gets one. Yep.
So no crits, nothing. This is probably a dead Inquisitor. You've got Grievous shooting into you, and you've got Zam shooting into you, range 3.
This just didn't pay off, which is really, really unfortunate for Antonio because he picked the move and he really got what he wanted. He just didn't get the dice roll he wanted.
So hit and 2 crits, spends a force, takes nothing. Yeah, I mean, this is sort of the flip side of what happened a couple of turns ago, where it was really good call from Zam, and Zam just whiffed. And then Inquisitor does a good call and whiffs.
Oh, he spent the force to deny the range 1 bonus, and he evades the shot. So, pretty handy there for the Grand Inquisitor. Took no damage, which after you whiffed your own is probably the best you can hope for.
Fantastic. So the points differential here, we have Antonio on 70 and Totem on 129. That puts Totem ahead of a half of Zam loss. So that's a really good spot. And now with Zam and Grievous finally reuniting, the Inquisitor does not have an easy bully option on Grievous now.
Yeah, and with Whisper on 1, this is going to be pretty tough. He really, really needed that good shot there to just even up the odds and start playing getting a dual axis here on Zam, which is what you need.
Do you Yeah, he did. The question I was about to ask: do you turn Grievous away? And the answer is yes. Because I do think that's the right move here. You need to preserve those points because you can lose half on Zam, and you probably will trade half on Zam for either of the ships on the opposing side. So I think that was the right move. Yeah, Grievous doesn't need to come back in the fight. He just needs to keep those points. So a boost here will deny. Yeah, they're very good unless Zam's done a real fast move, which she may or may not have.
Let's have a look.
One hard.
Just the
nice.
one. Yeah, that's nice.
Great call. Great call there from Antonia. Game is not over yet.
No, it's not by any means. And you actually also have the chance to plink off a few more damage there with, here we go, Whisper.
So we've got no shields on Zam, which means this force... 2 crits. That's what he needs. So probably don't call an evade because you want to get 2. Yep.
You got 2.
Oh, Duke.
And back with Dooku.
Ah, right. You definitely don't want to call an evade because of Duke. Recovers a charge, gains a lock.
Here we go. Now, re-roll there.
Oh! Still alive. He's got 2 health. Just needs this to not be a direct. And
it's a direct.
And as soon as I said that, I was like, I'm going to curse him with that. Thank you for the follow, Der Rafter.
Now that swings the game a little bit back towards Antonia here. He's still got to be extremely cagey with these aces. Because, well, Zam's an ace on her own. But with 2 ships, if he spikes 1 good round of shooting, he's actually in a position to just all-out win the game.
Yeah, I mean, all he needs to do now is get that half points on Zam, and to get that, what is it? It's 11, so he needs to get 6, and he's 2 more hull. So 2 more hull on Zam gets it. So blocking potential, I don't think he's got that this turn. He was a really great move from Antonia to get that block on Zam last turn. That was big. That obviously that put him in this new position, but I don't think he can quite get a good block to follow up with. So you've got 11 minutes. That's probably 2 to 3 turns. Whisper is in probably the worst spot a Phantom can be in. I don't think there's anywhere that he can decloak.
Yeah, no, he's really jammed himself up between these three obstacles here. So I actually think that you take that bank to the left and try and reset. It'll get you behind the rock for any kind of turn in that Zam might try. And there we go. There's the bank left 3. And an evade. And you just kind of got to reset yourself, do a little bit of dancing.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're still cloaked. Yep. Alright, now, I think the Grand Inquisitor is very tanky. He's 3 dice, defense, 3 dice. Yep, Contraband, Cybernetics, proc. I didn't even think about Contraband. I think about it every other turn except for this one. Do you boost in? I think you do. Boost
Depends
in.
on who your target is, because if you boost in, you'll definitely be behind. Definitely put Whisper behind that rock. If you don't, you'll nail Inquisitor. No double taps. Boost in. Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to because you're not killing Whisper. The only way you can get Whisper back out of there is you got to wait until she decloaks, because a cloaked Whisper with an evade, I just don't think you got that. I think he called a crit. Yeah, he did. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
And still, this is a great spot for Zam. Still not really in danger of being blocked. You're happy. You're happy. How do you turn this around if you're Antonio? Because you really can't turn these ships in. They can't really risk taking much more damage. Especially Whisper. Whisper's just I mean, she probably goes to the left and hard one, right? Gets the gun on.
Sorry, it's too early. I would have thought, yeah, decloak the rest left, turn in. Couple of people in the chat saying that realistic chance of final salvo, and yes, there is, because the condition for that to happen there is if you Zam trades for a bunch of damage, you could sort of go mutual destruction with the other ace, and so it would be 8 dice on 8 dice. Thanks for the update there in the chat, and that would actually be a pretty much flip a coin for the game, which honestly has been a pretty damn good game so far.
Yeah, it's been a great game.
And yeah, so Inquisitor's playing quite defensively now, and that rock is actually going to help, because what you want to do here is avoid the double tap on Whisper or avoid Whisper getting shot. Let Inquisitor just soak up a little bit of damage with your evade and your force, and see if you can actually put Zam into that range where Zam really has to worry about getting killed on a return fire, or rather getting killed at the same initiative step as Antonio's last ship. So
yeah, I really love this bait play with the Inquisitor.
Yep, paying off so far. 3 hits there with Whisper. Yeah, it's another damage.
So that is 1 away from half on Zam, which would then put Antonio in the lead, which will be very devastating for Totem, because these aces are a lot more slippery than Zam can probably handle.
Yep.
And the Inquisitor is just so tanky. Antonio needs to get full string Totem needs full string, and Antonio needs to blank out.
And of course, with Duke working there, stripping those tokens means that the shots coming in at Inquisitor aren't very good, and that evade token will save Inquisitor nicely. Now, Superior Zent in the chat, no pressure Totem, but the other match doesn't look good, so a win would be nice.
I think Totem is still in a good spot. Whisper is probably going to the right. I mean, I like the to the right one hard, because Zam can't really answer that. And you don't need to bring in, as long as you sort of got the hammer and the anvil here. The Inquisitor being the anvil, and Whisper being a nice hammer. But heading into the corner means that Zam could possibly get a very, very good shot into the Inquisitor at range 1 here. How can you use the Inquisitor to pull Zam into a better fighting position without giving the Inquisitor up for free? I suppose maybe a 3 hard.
It's doing pretty well at the moment, and in fact, what I've been wondering again is, if you are Totem, do you just turn away?
Nope, 1 hard.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice call. That's an unobstructed shot, probably into Whisper.
And this does 2 things. Now, if you trade half for Whisper, you're still up, but also you're still up on points, even if nothing happens in the round, which means that you just win the game by just choosing not to chase. Now, but it was a good move there by Antonio with that, putting himself behind the rock, but he's got his cloaks and etc. Just as long as you don't need to spend your evade token.
That's half now on Zam. Yeah, then now it's running Antonio's way. He needs to kill Whisper here. Oh, he took 3 damage. He took 2 damage. Sorry, my bad.
2 damage. Use Dooku to cancel the Duke effect. Gets the reroll. Look out. That's a dead Whisper.
Got it. Yeah, it was range 2. Oh, wow. Yep, that was a very good very good turn there for Totem. That's we
Yep.
have probably one to 2 rounds left.
And then 4 minutes left. Yep, 4 minutes left. And can you nail Sam with Grand Inquisitor?
Probably not.
We got to try.
You've got 2 dice. 2 turns, 4 health, Sam. It's not looking great.
Yeah, and you're not stressed, so you've got your turns open to you. I think Zam will just square up and just get the rear arc to work here.
Zam also has she has the boost post move.
Yep.
So I think what I would do, which is really really silly, is just reinforce.
The only problem is that it's red.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I would have tried to face north, and just do reinforce. So spends everything to apply. He applies the range 1 bonus, and so Dooku's at evade here. Spends the focus, takes nothing. That was very good, very good.
And then just got to focus there, and no force left. There's the lock off the condition.
Doesn't spend doesn't. Yeah, probably best not to. Hi Darth Chungs. Yes, this is almost exactly like the Emu Wars. Good day. G'day. Rip Van Zubby, thank you for the follow. It's been a really exciting match. It's not quite over yet, but I do think we could probably confidently say that Totem probably has it. I mean, you just won forward. I still think you won forward reinforce, but
Yeah, this round you could.
you might get a second round in here. I think the table timer is just a little bit ahead of us. 1 minute. Yeah, they're like a second ahead of us.
I do like that, and just cuts off the angle there, and you see the turn instead.
He's not going to... Yeah.
No, there's the boost. And we're still getting shots though. Still getting shots. With just a minute left in the round now. Not that great there for Grand Inquisitor.
Oh, totally fine.
So that pretty much seals the deal. Even if you get one more round of shooting, you somehow have to deal 4 damage.
So Spain just won the other match, which I think now makes Totem the last match. This match here is the last match, and if Totem can win, it will be 5-2.
5-2.
5-2. Hungary's way. I wasn't watching then. What happened? Nothing. So, no slow playing here. The guys are fitting in one final round. I don't think it, unless the Inquisitor can roll 3 crits, and they can all be direct hits, or 2 of them direct hits, or 1 of them direct hits, and then blank. So that's time in the round. It's not impossible for Antonia to win this, but it is improbable.
Very, very improbable. And he's boosted around to the right there. Might be trying to cut off Talon roll. That just might seal the deal here. Because, oh no, mutual shots.
So Inquisitor going for the range 1 bonus. Rolls that.
Got to get your crits.
Nah, no crits. No. But I'll give it to Antonio. He's making sure Totem still has to roll his dice.
Dooku to evade, takes 2, and possibly going to finish this one off. He'd better mean business. with the double taps.
Oh!
Finally spikes that damage through his Zam Wessel.
Oh, man. That was just the amount of shots the Inquisitor took. Very nice end there. Very nice end there. Really well played from both players. That was fantastic. That was a fantastic game. Yeah, true sportsmanship from Totem. Yeah, I agree. They really played out that last couple of games. So we are going to jump in now to catch up with the guys and see how they felt that game went. I'm going to jump over there now. Hey guys, thank you for the game. That was very, very exciting. Very exciting.
Thank you.
Oh yes, down to the last round.
Yeah, really, really good. So, just give me a sec. I just wanted to check in with you guys how you felt the game went. Totem, we'll start with you. What was your game plan in the beginning, and did you feel that you got it off how you wanted it to? I liked the bombardment drone positioning. I thought that was really good. Was that the plan to sort of shepherd into the middle of the board?
Yes, the plan with the bombardment drone was very much to harass Whisper, make sure she cannot decloak wherever she wants, and if she happens to be in a bomb, then just guarantee with Dooku that she loses the stealth device.
Yeah.
And I was very happy to trade the drone for that, and I also got half GI there, which was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a big turn. That sort of just exploding the bombardment drone and dropping thermals everywhere, and that puts you in a great board position after that. Antonio, how did you feel your approach ended up going? I think sort of everything getting sucked down into the middle there sort of worked against you when all those thermals dropped. What was the plan going in? You there?
Seems like he disconnected again on TTS. Yeah,
Oh, he's gone. Looks like he's exploded. That was a really well-played game, though. Either way, Totem, I think there was you getting the crippling shot into Whisper was really great, but then not being able to follow up sort of put everyone started sweating a little bit more after that, because it felt like the game was slowly slipping away as Inquisitor just tanked every shot. What was the plan after crippling Whisper? How did you feel was the best path to victory?
I actually made a mistake there because I thought Inquisitor is stressed, so I did not dare to one hard with Grievous to go behind Whisper to make sure I can get another shot out after she just does the 2 straight. So I absolutely did not see that 4K coming. I think he does something slow to make a blue maneuver. That's why Grievous just bailed out. So yeah, that was an oversight for me.
Okay, yeah, because we were a little bit confused by Grievous's positioning there, because it felt like, it was just, and that took you a couple of turns to come back around after that. Yeah. So yeah, that was a bit of an impactful.
First idea was in my head to just one hard, either Whisper bumps me and stays decloaked and with the crit open, or she just goes in front of me and takes a range 1 shot. Either way, I would have been happy, but I was afraid of GI just coming slow. And I did not see the 4K.
Welcome back, Antonio. So my question to you before was...
I heard it, but I disconnected at the right moment. I was just answering. It took me like 30 seconds before I noticed. Okay, I was speaking alone. So the thing is, the 3 straight with Inquisitor, I thought it actually fitted in there, but it didn't by a millimeter, and that crippled my half my Inquisitor, which made me play super conservative with him. I couldn't follow the strategy with the Whisper, which was pretty heavily damaged. Also, I didn't have the fortune to hit several times where I had the opportunity with double model shots, or just not many dice shots, but with the juke and 2 hits, I should be able to. Also, I have to say, Totem played perfectly his part. He tried to draw me into the center of the board with the rock, with the bombardment drone. So I knew I had to kill it, but it took me 1 turn too long to kill. If you didn't notice, I did. So it was a great game to play. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was honestly a really exciting match, because even though Totem had got a really good crippling round on Whisper, you were able to bring Whisper back around and really played her well, I think, in the late game. Keeping her alive on one hull, but still taking really good shots into Zam. And also using the Inquisitor as bait, I think, in the last few rounds was really, really great because he's just so tanky. I think you made the right choices there. And I loved that positioning where you left Whisper behind that rock where she did end up dying. But I think that positioning was fantastic. I think, yeah, it was just a good call from Totem to stop chasing the Inquisitor and turn away. So I think that worked out in his favor there in the end.
Yeah, I truly needed to put one crit through to just cripple Sam permanently or something, but it didn't happen. That end game was pretty tight in the end.
Yeah, very tight. Yeah, and I think Treacherous really made a big play in this one as well. Treacherous stopped one crit at one point as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And helped putting damage on Whisper when GI shot Grievous there.
Yes.
Putting the strain on Whisper was absolutely massive for me.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that's it's such a card that you don't think about when you're doing your positioning in your head. That I think it gets this benefit just by existing because you don't really think about your own ships obstructing your shots. So yeah, it's a really good card. How much? It's 1 point.
2 points.
2 points. 2 points. Yeah,
it would be an absolute steal for 1 point. It's still very good for.
Yeah, I think it's still a steal at 2 points. That was really well done. So thanks, guys. That was both both fantastically played. We had a really great time watching and commentating. I think you both flew really, really well. Yeah, thank you for being on stream, and congratulations to Hungary winning 5-2 in the round.
Thanks to you guys, and also I wanted to congratulate Hungary for his victory. It's going to be super tight in the end of the competition, and they may make it to the finals. So congrats, man.
Oh yeah, depending on the next round, we still have mathematical chances for that second place.
That's it. Right.
So that is hope. That is hope.
All right. Well, we will use the force and hope that both of you can somehow take out the both teams, Spain and Hungary, can take out the pod.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that will be great.
Let's hope USA will have a bad round because that's what we will need.
That's what everyone's hoping
I don't
for.
Want to see that. Thank you. Thank you for the stream, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
See you guys.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for watching. That was a really fantastic game. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Please give us a follow. We'll be bringing you more XTC next week and hopefully in the following weeks. And yeah, if you want to catch replays of any of the games that we've streamed, we do upload them onto our YouTube channel, which is the same name, Sydney City Space Slugs. I want to thank Suresh for joining me here at an early 6 a.m. on a beautiful Saturday morning.
All good. I had a lot of fun watching that game. I think the critical round there, just to recap for myself, was when Totem actually picked the block with the Reaper, turned the other way, and then nailed the Reaper. That really swung the game.
Yep, absolutely, because if he'd gone in on Whisper, would have been blocked, and that would have probably definitely spelled the end, I think, because the Reaper would have lived and survived.
Yeah, so great game to watch, and thanks for having me on as always. It's always a lot of fun to watch these XTC games, and yeah, cheering of course for the Australians next round against the USA.
Yeah, it does. I said this I think before the stream, but it feels like a movie because you have, Australia are the underdogs. I'm not gonna, and they can't win. They can't get through to the next round, but they can spoil USA's chance. And I don't know, fairy tale ending where they just ruin America's chance? Maybe. But we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
Yep. If you want a movie, I'm picturing Cool Runnings.
Yeah. Okay, we won't. Hopefully, none of the Australian team are watching right now. But Cool Runnings is a fantastic film. But I'm pretty sure those guys lose in the end, don't they?
Well, like we said, we know they can't make the finals, but it's all about the respect.
Lionheart says in the chat, US is guaranteed second place. But we're essentially playing spoiler for, I think, Sweden, Spain, or possibly Hungary. But Hungary needs some really improbable things to happen one of which is USA losing all of their games. But I think Sweden and Spain are both in striking distance of second place. And Sweden and Spain are playing each other next round. So that's going to be very, very interesting as well. But next week is the penultimate week. It is the final round, final week of the pod stage, group stage. And then I think, first and second place from each pod, right, go into the finals.
Yep, so last one for Australia, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll be able to bring you some more finals action in the XTC.
Yep, alrighty. Thank you everyone for joining in again. We're going to jump off. I actually need to go get my vaccine.
Good luck with that, Cam.
Thank you. Alrighty. Goodbye everyone, and thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, and good morning.
Love you. Bye.